Well, good morning, everybody. This is dear Mama Sal on her way to work. It's 16 degrees. It feels warmer here in southern British Columbia. That would make it 60, I believe, in American. And I just want to say that I have just watched something that made me go, wow. I've just watched Donald Trump enter into the presidential race. And I must admit, when I heard that, I rolled my eyes and immediately thought, well, that'll keep all the late night comedians really happy, because I could visualize, all the cartoonists and all the comic geniuses. I don't know why. I can see a cartoon already in my mind of, Trump House in fancy lights over the White House, for example. I can see those sort of cartoons coming out really fast. And so I was very skeptical about his entry into the race. And I don't mind saying that. And do I care as a Canadian? You bet I do. You bet I do. Because what happens in the States will affect us big time. Anyway, so I listened to him talk, and I have to be quite honest that the more I listened, if you know what I mean. I started off sort of just with half an ear while I was putting on my makeup and stuff, and then as he continued to talk, I listened more. And I think what really surprised me, really got to me, was what he said about all the people who are exporting all the jobs to Mexico and to other parts of the world. And he said, you can carry on doing that. You can carry on taking the work outside the US. But here's the bad news. When you try and bring those products back into the country, the ones that you've made with dirt cheap labor, when you bring those products back into the country, you're going to be paying us. So you've got a choice. You can employ Americans here at home, or you can pay us when you bring the products back into the country. Your choice. One way or the other, we're going to start building America again. And you know something? I just sort of went, wow. And I have to say that. And then I started to think, well, I wonder whether it's possible that there will be, obviously, a lot of cartoons about you're fired, and stuff like that. And then I wondered whether there would be cartoons about you're trumped. Because he started to talk about some of his competition. And I've got to tell you something. When, as much as I do not like the man, and I have to tell you I don't, I've got to be quite honest, I don't like the man. And he's scary to me in lots of ways. But then you wonder, is he right? He's been a very, very vocal voice against a lot of things going on for a long time, and the joke was that everybody knew he was never going to actually run. So nobody took him very seriously, but now he's definitely running. So you better take him seriously. So it'll be interesting to see, and as I think about it more and more, it'll be very interesting to watch his figures to see whether the American people see that as a positive or a negative. Especially with Jeb Bush announcing yesterday. So it'll be a very interesting race, I think. And with so many Republican candidates, I don't understand the politics of that. Why would you put up so many candidates? Surely you are just weakening, just absolutely weakening your base and your financial base by doing that. But anyway, the other thing that struck me was his comment about just how much he is worth, because he's already done the accounting he would need to do that. He's had it all done already. And when you hear what he really is worth, and his point is, I don't need the lobbyists, I don't need these people, and I'm not going to be swayed by them because I don't need their money. Now, I don't know, but I would imagine quite a lot of people want to hear those words. Do I think he'll make it? I'm not sure. I really don't know. We're a long way away from that call. But I do think that he's really going to be shaking up the whole system right now. And I think there are going to be an awful lot of people who are sweating bricks right now. Because there are going to be an awful lot of people who've put an awful lot of money down for their candidates who are going, yikes, this changes the whole ball game. And I'm pretty certain that so many of them said, no, he'll never run, so he's not a threat. Wrong. He's a threat. So what do I think? I think, quite honestly, that all the people in all the news media and everything else are cheering right now, because this has turned what has been a very I'm sorry to laugh. I'm sorry to laugh, but you all know I take a new route because of the construction. I think it's just construction month, Why don't I just accept that? It's still quicker going this way. So it's going to be very interesting, I think, very, very exciting to see. And either I will end up still rolling my eyes as I did, or else we're going to have quite a lot of change going on. Now, of course, what I have to put my mind to is presuming, which one does at this point, presuming that Hillary makes the nomination for the Democrats, what would it be like to have Hillary up against Donald? I think that would be quite good television. But I don't believe that this election will be won on television. I think it'll be impacted, but I don't think it'll be won. I think Obama proved that social media is the way to win elections. And I'm pretty sure that the Donald knows all about that. And I'm pretty sure that for the last year he's been gathering himself a group of the best social media people he can buy. And I'm pretty sure that they're already geared up, ready to just, I mean, starting right now, they're pressing the buttons right now. So quite honestly, I can't wait to watch television tonight when I get home to see what all the pundits are saying and whether they are rolling their eyes or whether they're going, wow, that trumped it. We'll see. Unfortunately, on the very sad news today, the Stanley Cup is over. And for those of you in Chicago, you must be celebrating that your Blackhawks won again. And for those of us in every other town in the world, or in the hockey world, we're just after all those hours of supporting all the teams, it's over for another year. Well, the good news about that is it does allow me to do things on the way home again, because there is no doubt about it that during the playoff seasons you have to sort of work your schedule around who's playing at 5 o'clock. So you need to get home. For those of us who are hockey people. So I now get a big break until the season starts again in September. So I can get lots of things done on my way home without having to rush home. It's a little insane, isn't it? There we go. What can I say? Not much. Sorry, there's a huge tract of land on my way to work here. And I guess they must have been doing it behind the tree line, but suddenly they've dropped the tree line, and I gather that there's a huge parcel of land there that's about to be developed. And it was just like, boy, I didn't see that yesterday. Maybe yesterday is when they dropped the tree line. But it was just like, wow, that's a lot of land that they're suddenly developing here. Come on. So, change. You bet. Things they are changing. I'm actually looking forward to work today. I managed to get a lot done yesterday. Although it was difficult. I had a morning where, boy, have you ever had, I don't know how many of you work, but for those of you who do, it was like 9 times out of 10, I really enjoy being the go-to person for people. You know, and I'm inclined to be that person that people go, so we can't find this, or we need to do this, or any ideas about that, and I'm really quite happy about it. But yesterday, it was one of those days where, you know, a mosquito stung somebody or bit somebody, and it was my fault. The problem came to me, and I'm going, why me? I have nothing to do with mosquitoes. And then something else would happen, and they came to me, and I'm going, why me? I have nothing to do with it. And it was just like, by about 11 o'clock, I'm just sitting there going, okay, I'm going to get on with my job now. I've had enough of. And it's so funny when some days then that happens, where you just go, okay, this wasn't a fun morning. I just want to start my work. Luckily, from that point onwards, it was great. And it was so cute because there was a client who came in, and he hasn't been in for years. And he just took one look at me. He says, I know you. And I went, yes, and I know you too. I hadn't the foggiest idea what his name was. And then he told me, and I went, right. You, the face, didn't know the name. It's always a problem for me. But it was so cute the way that he did it. I know you. And that made me realize maybe we've had quite a few new people over the time that I've been there. So everybody, I'm hoping that you're going to have a really good day. I really hope that you will all start looking at all, for those of you who are in the States especially, you know, for all that who are running, and see what you really believe, and see who's behind them as well. You know, where are the super PACs? Where are the people supplying their money? Who's backing them? We're the lobbyists. You know what I mean? Have a real good look at who's doing what. And then say to yourself, okay, is this the person I want in power? And I wouldn't want George, mind you, we're going to be doing our own elections pretty darn soon, so and I'm sure that I will not be nearly as well informed about our elections as I will be about yours. And that's always scary to me when I realize that I really seem to take a lot of interest in worldwide politics and not so much in the Canadian politics. Weird. I'll have to look at that and find out why. So have a great day. If you're new, thank you for listening, and please subscribe for a little bit of wit and wisdom. And just so that all of you know, all the links should be below here. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the morning ramblings. And then please remember that part of the reason we started all of this was to help one another, to be a support group for one another. And in terms of that, I welcome anybody who wants to come to our open broadcasts, which we hold twice a week. Join in, get support if you need it, and if you haven't got anybody to support you, we love to try and get an extended family for you, so of people that will be there for you emotionally while you're going through a tough time. And also to be your cheerleaders and to be rah-rah-rahing with you when you're going through a good time. Because it's always nice to have both sides. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. Enjoy your summer. This is dear Mama Sal saying bye-bye for now.